Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for August 3rd, 2025. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, so starting in box 1 here, we've got 1, 3, 6, 7. Starting with the 1, these ones look down, this one looks in. Placing the 1 here. I always like to follow up when I get a digit, just in case it cascades. In this case, does it? No. I was looking at this column. It's very full already. It still needs a 1, but unfortunately, these two cells can still be 1. I am seeing these ones look in here, and these ones look up with this one. Unfortunately, we aren't really getting progress on 1s. All right. So that's it for 1. 3s look into here. But oh, this 3 helps too. Okay. Places the 3 here. Let's follow up on that as well. 3 in one of these two. This column already has a 3. Okay, so that's what we get from 3s. 6 looks to the right. 6 in one of these two. Vertically, I'm not seeing anything with 6. Oh, actually I do. This 6 looks in, this 6 looks down. Puts a 6 in one of these two. We would have seen that from a normal scan too, but whatever. Earlier the better, I suppose. 7's look in here. 7 is one of these 3. Nothing with 7 vertically. And I don't think we have any... We already have a 1 and 3 in this column. So like it's just the 6 and 7 here. So we don't really get much. And then 1, 3, 7. Yeah, this row doesn't have enough givens. Okay, let's move on to this 4, 6, 7 here. So vertically we do have 2 4s. And this 4 helps. Placing the 4 in this box. Again, we'll follow up on it. 4 is in one of these two. Actually, I'm seeing 4 and 4 like this. Putting a 4 in... Oh! Even better. 2 4s horizontally. This 4 looks up. Placing the 4 here. Now these 4s place this 4, which then also places the 6 in the box. I've reduced this box to 3 open cells. I always like to just take a look because it might be more restricted than that. So we need a 2, 5, 7. Okay, on the other hand, it could be unrestricted completely, but still worth penciling. I'm feeling like this minor cough coming on, which is really annoying. So I noticed that in this column, like 2, 5, 7 does not represent the entirety of the 4 digits left. So I wanted to look at what's the other digits missing. It's the 8. And I saw that this 8 C's here. So you can scan these things pretty quick. Obviously I sit here, I explain it, but just that what triggered me to look at this column at all was the fact that, we had 4 digits left in the column and 3 of them were represented here. So what was the other one? And the 8 C's there. So 8 in this column has to go here. Now these 8s look up. Oops, putting an 8 in one of these two. So this is also just for the column, we need 2, 5, 7. So this is also 2, 5, 7, but it sees a 7. So it's down to 2, 5. Now that means for this column, the 7's in one of these two cells, meaning this can't be a 7. This is called claiming because this column needs a 7. It's going to end up here or here. Wherever that ends up, this cannot be a 7. So you can eliminate the 7 from there. And 7's in one of these two in this box. All right. This is looking pretty good. We've got 3 digits left in this column. We need a 2. What did I miss? Oh, 2, 6, 9. I saw the 2 and the 9. I couldn't think of what the other digit was. 2, 6, 9. This can't be a 6, so this is 2, 9. And then these are... Oh, this can't be a 9, so this is 2, 6. This is 2, 6, 9. We know the 6 is down here. All right, what else do we know? 2, 5, 8, 9. There's no restriction. I'm just looking for a restriction, but there's not. Okay. Surprising. This is 2, 6, 7, 9. So this isn't 9. So this is 2, 6. Oh, it's not 6. Oh, yeah. Neither of these are 6. So this is 2, 7, 9. All right. These can't be 6. Oh, no, there's already 6 in the column. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I already looked at these. These are 2, 5, 8, 9. Never mind. So what did I get? I'm going to do this this whole band in a second. So I don't think there's anything else to follow up on here. So I was looking at this 4, 6, 7. Let's keep looking at that. So 4, 6, 7. Okay, I think I got those. This 4, 8. Oh no, I didn't see this. I didn't see verticals. 6 is one of these 3. I got interrupted, but it was a good interruption. We got a lot of stuff out of it, but I have to backtrack to what I was actually working on. This column is down to 4 digits. Before I move on from this stack, or from this box. I want to check out this column. So we need a 1, 2, 5, 8. 1, 2, 5, 8. This can't be 8. This can be any of 1, 2, 5, 8, as far as I can tell. This can't be 1, 5, or 8, though, so this has to be a 2. Very nice. And so now these are down to 1, 5, 8, which I can mark out. That's not a 1. So something I'm curious about is whether we have a 1, 2, 5 triple in this row. So the easiest way to find out is just what are the digits besides 1, 2, 5? And we can actually do a counting first to see how many we'd expect. So other than these cells, the other 1, 2, 5 would fill one of these cells. I don't know if that is this one, right? But it would fill one of these, leaving 2 cells behind. So we're expecting 2 digits that we haven't accounted for. That's going to be the 2 and the 3. So we have 4, 5. No, not the 2. Sorry, this is 1, 2, 5. The 3 and the 9 is what's not accounted for. So if any of these cells see all of 3, 9, then it would be down to 1, 2, 5, and we'd have our triple. Unfortunately, all of these can be 3, 9. So no go there. Okay. Worth a look. I have to balance, like, my solves look longer when I explain things like this. Like if I was just solving on my own, this would be a quick check and then I'd move on. But I want to show you what I'm doing and explain the logic. And so when you do it, it'll make your solve faster. When I do it, it makes it slower. It's kind of an ironic thing, right? Anyway, I don't think there's anything else to do up here. Let's do this band. I'm actually excited about this band. I think it's got a lot going on. We're going to skip this box. We're just going to see how things look into it because we've already got all this worked out. So 4, 6, and 9. So we have the 4s. That's a 4 on one of these two. We have all of the 6s already. We actually have vertical 9s, putting a 9 over here. And then we have horizontal 9s, putting a 9 one of these two. I'm looking for 9 in this column. It's actually quite restricted. There's only 2 places, but I can't do anything with that. This whole column is just down to 4 digits, though, so let's take a look. We need a 2, 5, 7, 9. 2, 5, 7, 9. So this is 2, 5, 7. This is also 2, 5, 7. Remember they said they weren't 9s. I think this can be any of 2, 5, 7, 9, and so can this. This row is down to 3 digits, though. Let's look at that. I just noticed. We need a 6, 7, 9. Okay, I saw a 9 from the box. So 9's one of these two. Ooh, actually. Oh, no, that does it. That's cool. So 9s are claiming in this row, right? We have the 6, 7, 9 triple, but the 9 can't go here. So the 9's going to go here or here. Wherever that is, the 9 can't be in anywhere else in the box. It eliminates it from these cells. So these aren't 9. None of these are 9. This 9 looks in case you're curious. And so the 9 in this column has to go here. And that gives us the 2 and the 5. Ooh, and that gives us the 5 here. This 5 gives us the 1. I'll clean up the rest in a second. This isn't 1 now, so that's 1 and 7. These can't be 5. Oh, this can't be 1 or 5 anymore. So that's an 8. Oh, that's a naked 8, and that's a 5. We get our 6, 9, leaving a 2, 7 pair behind. And actually, we have a 2, 7 pair in this row as well. There's so much to clean up. Hold on. Let me clean up that and that. I also want to do this pair here. This is a 8, 9 pair. Oh, yeah, so that's resolved. 8 and 9. There's so many places to look. I'll deal with this 2, 7 pair later. Hopefully I remember it, because I think there's better things to look at, like this pair here. We need a 3. What did I miss? 3, 5. Okay, that's not resolved. Oops. But this is also a pair for the box. We need a 2, 8. Okay, also not resolved. Now this is a pair for the row. We know one of them is a 6. I'm having trouble scanning these. Okay, oh, it's not 6, 8. Sorry, I missed it. 1, 2, 3. It's 4. It's 5, 6. I keep missing 5 for some reason. Okay, what's this pair? Hopefully I do a better job this time. We need a 2 and we need a 3. Okay. So all these pairs are filled out. This column needs 2, 5, 7. By uniqueness, we can actually tell that this needs to be a 5. I've gone over the unique rectangle before. But the basic concept is this kind of pattern where you have, like, this cannot happen. This is a pattern. Okay, let me take a step back. We have to add an assumption to the puzzle. If we add an assumption to the puzzle that there's only one solution, which is a reasonable assumption for these puzzles, then this pattern cannot happen. You can't have a pair like this where it's in exactly 2 rows, exactly 2 columns, And this is important, exactly 2 boxes, 2, 2, and 2. If it's in 4 boxes, that's perfectly fine. That can happen. But this cannot happen because there would be actually 2 solutions to the puzzle at least. And so because, because this pattern can't happen, the only way to prevent that, this is called a guardian. The 5 is a guardian against that pattern happening. That means that this is going to be a 5. Or there's more than one solution. Since we know there's only one solution, that's a 5. But I'm not going to use that. But I like to point it out because it is a very useful technique to know. But it also is not a necessary technique to know for the New York Times puzzles. Anyway, I think it's time to come back to this 2-7 pair. This is going to be a triple. We need a 3, which we actually know is over here. So we know that, let's just start with the 3 here. So the 3 in this row, because of this 3, can only go here or here. In fact, we need to see these 3s looking in. And so now what we've done is we've overlapped the 3 and the 4 in this box. So what these corner marks are telling us is that one of these is a 3 and the other one's a 4. So if one's a 3 and the other's 4, we can't put anything else there. And so that leaves the row. We have a 2-7 pair and a 3-4 pair. The last digit's an 8, and the 8 can only go right here. The reason 8 can't go over here is because they need to be 3-4. The other way to think about that is this was just a naked single 8 because it sees 3 and 4. Anyway, so that's 2 and that's 8. We need 1, 6, 7 here. So this is 1, 7, and this is 1, 6, 7. Okay. I just have to look in the right place. And then we're done. Yeah, I never actually scanned this bottom band, but I don't think there's a purpose to it now. What's our lowest hanging fruit? Maybe this row. Let's see. We need a 1, 2, 7, 9. So this is not 9. This is 1, 2, 7. These both can't be 1. And this can't be 1. So the 1 in the row is placed. Oh, and we even had a corner marked 1 there that was single. Anyway, so that's the 7. That's 6 and 1. That's 2 and 7 and 2 and 5, as I said. That's a 9 and a 7. That's a 7. That's a 9 there. These 2 digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 6 and 8. Okay. This is 2, 7. Not a 7. So that's 2 and that's 7 and that's 2. We get the 3 and the 2. We get the 4 and the 3. There's, oops, whoa, sorry. There's our 4. What are these 2 digits? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5. We need an 8. Oh, this 8 resolves it. I was like, does nothing resolve that? That's 5, that's 8. That's 6, that's 5. That's 6, that's 8. We need a 2 in this box. That should be placed. Yeah. That places the 3 and the 5 and the 3. We need the, this is a 5, this is a 7, and we're done. All right. Interesting puzzle today. I don't recall too much geometry going on, but there was a good amount of claiming. Like we had the claiming 7s. I don't remember what that was. Maybe it was here. Claiming 7s, removing stuff from there. And then we had the claiming, oh, this was fun. The claiming 9s here that then made a single 9 in this column. That felt like a really important step. Glad I spotted that. Cool. Well, let me know how you did. If you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.